Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday morning. Well, it's almost lunchtime for us here in Australia. Some of you, it is already lunchtime. So this is my Want It or Don't series. For those of you that are new, this is my basically version of my Will I Buy It series. I jump on live every single Sunday. Well, I'm going to jump on live every single Sunday in December to chat with you live about the new releases that have been released over the past week. We talk about our thoughts on them. You guys can chime off in the comments and let me know your thoughts on them as well, and we can have a good old fashioned roundtable makeup discussion about all the releases that have come out over the past week. And yeah, I think that's about everything I need to tell you before we jump on in. I will let you know I find all my new beauty releases on Instagram. I find that's the best way to keep up to date with it. And that way, basically, other people do all the hard work for me. So I use Beauty News Official's Instagram page. So if you want to keep up to date on like new beauty releases as they come out, highly recommend Beauty News. And they also do a YouTube video every single week where they talk about the new releases. And then there's also Trend Mood. I also use Indie Makeup Spotlight and Indie Mood. So those are the four main accounts that I use to get my information from. And yeah, I think that's about everything I need to tell you before we get on in. My brain is very slow this week. I am so tired. So my brain this weekend is just like the cogs are turning very slow. It has been so hot. Yesterday, it got up to 40 degrees where I live. So for most of the day, I was just sitting on the couch wallowing in my own self-pity and sweat because it was just way too hot and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even think properly as well because I was hungover a little bit. So I couldn't think properly and I was just like a giant pile of potato doing nothing all day. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get on into the new releases. There have been, I want to say, at least one extremely exciting makeup release this week for me, at least. And then there have been a few others that are equally as exciting, I think. But the one that we'll get to it because I saw it and my jaw dropped the floor. So we're going to start off with a release from Morphe because they are almost like the new Colourpop these days. It's like Colourpop and then Morphe in terms of releases lately. So they are coming out with mystery boxes, and I just wish we could all stop with the mystery boxes. Like, I've had enough of mystery boxes. I think that they are so wasteful, and I just think that the value isn't there most of the time because you don't generally use everything in the box. I think they're a massive waste of money, and I think the value is just not there. Because, yeah, you only ever use maybe half, not even that, of the box. I think every Beautylish lucky bag that I have gotten over the past, I think I've gotten 3 so far, I've only ever liked maybe 1 or 2 products in each one. And those boxes work out to be like over $100 Australian. And for me to not like everything in the box, it's a waste of money, really. And you're generally getting old stock that they can't get rid of or sell. So I think that it's just a way of brands to convince and kind of manipulate the consumer into thinking that they are getting a good deal, when in essence it's the brand's way of kind of recouping their costs and getting rid of old stock. Instead of having to like get rid of it in other means, they're actually selling it to, I want to say, idiot consumers that fall for their crap, basically. So anyway, they have a this is actually, I think, for Cyber Monday, but I'm assuming if they have more left over that they will continue to sell them until they sell out. I'm sorry, I'm just going to drink some water, otherwise I'm going to lose my voice early in this stream. So they have, it looks to be 2 different mystery boxes. Sorry, we just had a glitch in the matrix there. So there is a 9-piece face and eye collection. This is going to be $50 US dollars, which is 50% retail, and there's a 5-piece eye collection, which is $35 US dollars, which is 30% off retail. It also says that they would be putting certain collaborations in these boxes as well. So I haven't really seen anyone talk about what they got in these boxes to see if they are actually a good value, but I'm not really interested. Not about that Morphe life. So I'm definitely, well, I did pass on these, but I am assuming that they are still selling. Sorry, I'm just reading a comment that someone wrote on the post, and it was said it's not really a mystery box if you know you'll get a big palette with the same 4 shades of brown repeated and some brushes. Oh, the sass. I love it. Yeah, so Morphe mystery boxes, it's a thing. Not going to buy it at all. We may as well talk about this. So this is the thing that made my jaw drop, and I think I'm going to buy at least one thing from this collection because the nostalgia vibes are so there for me. Like, it is so real. It's pulling on my little strings, and I want it so bad. It's not even done that well, but for some reason this collection, I'm just like, oh my God, I need all of it. So it is the Star Wars and Pat McGrath collection. Oh my gosh. I am a massive, massive, massive Star Wars fan. I grew up watching Star Wars as a kid with my brothers. So like the nostalgia vibes are so there for me. It's just bringing everything home for me. I don't think this is done the best, particularly like the larger palette. It's one of the palettes that Pat McGrath already has. It's the Mothership 4, I believe, and she's just repackaged it in gold packaging, which I think is super duper lazy. If she can go to the effort with the smaller palettes of like putting C-3PO and one of the Stormtroopers on it, I think that she should have gone to more effort than just changing the packaging from the black to the gold with the larger palette. So I think out of everything in the collection, that's the one thing that I would really miss, because I just think it's a super lazy thing to do when you're collaborating, is repackaging. That's one thing that drives me absolutely bananas with collaborations, is when they just repackage something that's already existing. But in saying that, she has repackaged her lip products. Just bagged her for repackaging, but that's what she's done with her lip products. Let me just see if I can find some closer up photos of these, because I don't think you guys understand how much I love Star Wars. I just want to see if I can find a closer up photo of these lipsticks. Anyway, so there's one basically based off R2-D2, which is white with blue lips. And then there's one, I think, off C-3PO, which is gold packaging. And then there's a Stormtrooper one, which is the red with the black lips. So I think these are all lip balms, all of the lip products. So they are repackaged. But there's just something about like the R2-D2 one, like it's even got the detail of the red dot being the red dot that R2-D2 has on him. So that one out of all of them is probably my favorite. And then the eyeshadow palettes, they're nothing special, but I do like the color story between both of them and how they relate to the colors of the particular characters they're based on. So I don't know. I don't know. I potentially really will get something out of this collection because, like I said, it's really pulling on my nostalgia strings, and like my childhood right here in a collection. I'm not quite sure just yet which one I will get, and I really hope that they come to Sephora Australia, or I don't know whether they are just going to be... Oh, are you kidding me? This collection is an exclusive with the official Selfridges. Oh, but the collection will arrive on patmcgrath.com. Okay, so I don't think it will come to Sephora Australia. So if I want it, I'll have to buy it through Pat McGrath or Selfridges. I'm very, 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 very tempted to buy something from this collection. Anyway, I've just spent about 20 minutes talking about that. Yeah. it's got me. It's got me like it's got me almost speechless. I don't know why. I don't even know why, because the collaboration isn't even done that well. But for some reason, this collection has got me. I'm thinking maybe the red eyeshadow palette and potentially the R2D2 lip balm. That's probably the two main things that I like. Moving on. Let's stop talking about that. So Drunk Elephant have come out with a new facial product. This is the F Balm Electrolyte Water Facial. Is this a... It's an overnight face mask. Okay, so it contains vitamin F, fatty acids, and helps hydrate, soothe, and restore the lipid barrier of the skin. I don't know. I think Drunk Elephant is ridiculously overhyped. I think that compared to the quality of their products and her price tags, or their price tags, I just don't think it's there. So I will probably 100% pass on this product. It's $52 and it is a 50 ml product. Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one. I'm really going to pass on this one. Like I said, I don't think Drunk Elephant compare when it comes to comparing their prices and the quality of the product. I just don't think that the quality's there. For me, in my personal opinion, I've tried a few things from Drunk Elephant and they were good and okay, but not for the price tags that they ask. KKW has revealed their holiday collection. I don't know what it is this year. Because I think we were talking about Kylie's last week or the week before. She only just launched her holiday collection, and now KKW is only just launching the holiday collection. So this was on Friday, I believe. So 6th of December. It seems very late for a holiday collection to be released at the start of December. I know that's traditionally when we used to see when holiday collections were released, but nowadays holiday collections are starting to come out in like September and October, like really, really early. So I guess it's a nice change to see a holiday collection actually released in the holiday season and not before. So this has a 6-pan eyeshadow palette. It has 4 nude lipsticks. It looks like a lip pencil, some... Are they liquid eyeshadows? Matte lipsticks, 3. Oh, so there's glosses, lip glosses, and a body shimmer. And what's in the tube? Perfect body shimmer and body... Oh, okay. So there's a liquid body shimmer and a powder shimmer by the looks of it. This is a little bit boring for me. Mind you, though, the marketing image of Kim, I think she looks stunning in this picture. Not that she doesn't normally, but there's just something about the lips paired with the, like, subtle smoky eye. I love that kind of look on people. I think it's really flattering. There's just something about her in this picture that I really enjoy. But the collection as a whole, I think, is quite boring, and I'm not really interested in any of it. Kim's whole range, in my opinion, is quite nude, but I do think there's an audience there for that, like, everyday, beautiful, glowy, nude look. I think there's definitely a market for it. I just already have everything in the collection, basically in what I've already got in my collection. Next is a collaboration between Morphe and Manny MUA. I have mixed feelings about Manny, but I do think that this collaboration is well-deserved. I think he has kind of been buying his time. Like, I don't 100% agree with everything that he does, but he has been supporting Morphe for years and years and years. Like, I would say he probably started supporting Morphe not long after Jaclyn Hill. So for him to finally have his first collaboration with a brand that he has supported, I guess, so diehard for most of his career, and I would imagine has raked in some dollars for them with his codes, it's good to see that he has finally got the chance to have a collaboration with them. In saying that, I'm not going to buy this because I think the palette's a little bit boring, but he is very, I don't know. I see him as like an everyday kind of smoky glam person as well. And I think that this palette is very in keeping with his aesthetic and his design and how he does his makeup. I think it would be the first palette for Morphe of this design. It is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette with 2 highlighters. So I think that this is the first of this design for Morphe. So I like that he has like gone in a different direction and pushed them in a different direction, something different. And it's not an all the same color story palette like they usually do. Nearly, I think, yeah, I would say majority of these colors would be different to each other, kind of. Some of them will obviously pull the same look on the eye, but comparing this to their normal like 35 palettes and past collaborations, I think that this is quite unique and different. Plus, he has also done a brush favorite set. So generally with Morphe, people who collaborate with Morphe will usually do like a palette and a brush set. So I don't know. I think the brush set thing is a good idea. I know that if you like the way that he does his makeup and you're always interested in trying the brushes that he tries, I think having a curated set of brushes that your favorite makeup artist or influencer uses is a cool idea, because you can essentially follow step by step their tutorials by using, if he was doing tutorials with his brush set and the palette, like if you buy both, you can follow step by step his tutorials. And I kind of dig that idea. Glow Recipe has come out with a new moisturizing cream. So this is the Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. It's supposed to be calming and hydrating. It's also supposed to be lightweight and soothing. I'm on the fence when it comes to banana scents. I think Glow Recipe, for their prices, I think they are pretty decent. I have tried, I think, a total of 1 product so far, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the banana scent. Glow Recipe's products are quite scented, but I don't know enough about Glow Recipe to comment on how they scent the products, whether it's more like a natural fragrance or if it is an artificial fragrance that they're pumping into their products. So I can't really comment on that. But if this is like a nice texture and the banana scent isn't overly powering, like it isn't overpowering or heavily scented, I would be interested in trying this, because it does say it's a lightweight moisturizer. And during like the summer times when my skin is like going crazy with the producing of the oils and the sweating, having a lightweight moisturizer I do really enjoy. So I would consider checking this out, but if the scent is too strong, I would walk straight away. I would be out of there in 2 seconds flat. Seems to be the season for skincare from brands. Too Faced is coming out with their hangover range. So this includes a wash the day away gentle foaming cleanser, a pillow balm, and a pillow cream. So I would imagine it's like an overnight lip balm and a moisturizer. I don't know. I don't know what is behind this skincare range. When I say that, I don't know what kind of research has gone into this particular skincare range or what ingredients or anything like that. It's not very specific. Generally, the hangover range, traditionally, I think it's quite coconut based. So I think if this is that way as well, if you have any sensitivities to the scent of coconut or coconut itself, probably steer clear if it is following along that tradition, because I used I think it's a Hangover RX priming and setting spray, and that was quite coconut scented. And I know the primer as well, I think, is quite coconut scented as well. So if you don't like that or don't enjoy that, you probably won't like any of this skincare. I think the whole idea of having The lip product looks to be in like a lip gloss tube or similar to their lip oil tubes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. When it says pillow balm, I'm not quite sure. Does that mean it's going to be plumping? If it is, I don't really enjoy that kind of product for an overnight lip treatment. I prefer more something a bit thicker that's going to sit and sink into my lips over the night, protect them, and also like heal them overnight as well. So I don't know. I don't really trust Too Faced when it comes to skincare. I know that's probably a big assumption for me to make, but based on the direction that their makeup brand is going in and their cosmetics are going in, I don't really trust them for skincare. It could very well be the most amazing skincare I've ever tried, but I don't really trust them at all. Charlotte Tilbury is releasing a new shade of their Matte Revolution range. This is Scarlet Spell. This color is beautiful. When I was scrolling through Instagram this morning just to see what has been released over the last week, I had to do a double take on this product because I think that this lip product is absolutely beautiful. I think it's stunning, and it looks like it has the lip imprints in the bullet, similar to how Lisa Eldridge has the texture on her lipsticks. So it looks really pretty. I'm not sure how drying this formula is, but I think that the color is very pretty. It's like a deepened berry red. Like, it's quite a unique color as well. It's not your traditional, really bright, bold, Christmassy red. It's something different. It looks really nice. Like I said, seems to be the season for skincare. So Smashbox have come out or are launching a new skincare range, and this is supposed to be their Mindful 5 collection. So this includes a nourishing face primer serum, nourishing lip oil, and the Custom Glow lip balm. Okay. I do quite like the simple packaging on this. Very simple, chic, which goes well with the whole Mindful 5 branding. Like, traditionally you think Mindful is like more environmental, it's more healthy. So I like the simple packaging of this. I think it goes really well with the brand of the products. So the lip oil has cannabis sativa oil in it, cannabis sativa hemp seed oil. What else have we got? Okay, so it looks like they all have the cannabis sativa hemp seed oil in them. That is obviously part of the 5. Okay. It says you can use the Glow lip balm on your lips or cheeks. It's a little bit strange. Anyway, I mean, I'd be interested in checking this out. The face primer serum sounds all right. I'm not quite sure. It would depend on the texture, particularly for my skin. If it's too oily, I would not be down for it. But if it was like had an oil in it but set down, if that makes sense, I would be interested in trying it. I like the packaging of it too with the little dropper. Makeup Revolution are jumping on the monochromatic eyeshadow palette bandwagon. So they have released 5 color excuse me while I die over here. They have released 5 color options, being blacks, browns, reds, purples, and navies. These each are 48 pans. This is like this is Morphe vibes, but even more eyeshadows than a Morphe palette has. This is not what people are asking for. People are constantly bagging Morphe out for having too many eyeshadows in their palettes. And then Makeup Revolution's like, you guys don't know anything. We're going to give you even more eyeshadows. Obviously, they don't listen. I'm just trying to see. I don't really understand the... I don't really understand. Oh, okay. So it is split down the middle. So it's 48 eyeshadows and it's split down the middle like a book, hence why they've called them the Color Book eyeshadow palettes. And they have 24 mattes on one side and 24 shimmers on the other side, which I don't hate that idea, but I don't think we need them to be like double ups. These essentially, when you look at the pictures, the colors look exactly the same on both sides, except one side is the shimmer version and the other side is the colored version. Like they look like they are almost the exact same colors, just with a different formula on each side. I thought that they were like two palettes next to each other, or it was like coming off the mirror because they look exactly the same. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, I like the whole idea of having monochromatic palettes, but like I've said, I think ColourPop have shown that you can do a full-on monochromatic color palette very, very well with limited amount of shades. So I don't think we need 48 eyeshadows to have a successful monochromatic color palette. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not going to buy it. Don't need it. Don't want it. NARS have a new collection coming out again. NARS seem to be releasing quite a lot at the moment. It's the Afterglow collection. So this includes the Afterglow eyeshadow palette, which is a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. We have the Overlust Cheek palette, which contains 3 satin blushes and 3 gel to powder highlighters. We'll come back to that. And then there are 6 new shades of the Afterglow Lip Balm. My friend is going to love this. So this is launching in Japan on the 13th of March. Are you serious? Why are they talking about this so soon? It says 13th of March in Japan, and then other regions are to be confirmed. So we probably won't get this in Australia until like next Christmas. Why are they talking about this so soon? Oh my God, that is ridiculous. The eyeshadow palette, not about it. It is like a neutral palette with a pop of pink. Please don't tell me that the next color for next year is going to be like neutral palettes with a pop of pink. We seem to be going through the color wheel every year. Every year is like a different color pop in palettes. Not interested in that. I will say NARS, as always, has knocked it out of the park with the packaging. The packaging on this is really, really nice. Now, the cheek palette. I have thoughts about this. So we have 3 satin blushes, which obviously I'm assuming satin is a satin powder finish. And then there are 3 gel to powder highlighters. How is that going to go with the powder in the palette? I think that this could potentially get very messy. I am assuming that the formula is really nice, but I'm assuming that the palette will get very messy, particularly if they are powdery blushes. So that blush powder is going to go over to the highlighters and muck that like gel formula up, something chronic. No, not about that. I'm sure it looks beautiful on the skin, but I hate it when there are powder products and cream or gel products in the one palette. Unless it is designed like Natasha Denona's palette where it has the little plastic flip on it. Then we have 6 new shades of the Afterglow lip balms. In this picture, there's 8. So obviously they have their existing shades in this picture as well. I do like with this one, so the palette packaging, like I said, beautiful. I do really like with these lip balms how they have the packaging is like coordinated to the color of the lip product. I really like that. I've heard really good things about these lip balms. One of my friends absolutely loves these lip balms and thinks it's the best thing ever. So I've never actually tried them, but I would be very tempted to try them. I have been very tempted to try these actually. So maybe potentially I might get one of them if I can find a nice color that I enjoy. They are a lip balm though, so it would only add like a slight almost tinted sheen to your lips. Like it wouldn't be a full-on lipstick because it's a lip balm formula, not a lipstick. Obviously. Repeating myself there. Ooh. I just found some swatches of the Morphe palette by what's his name? Manny and Morphe. It's a little bit disappointing. Shroud Cosmetics are launching a new trio of eyeshadows. So these are singles, and there's 3 colors being Night Song, Soulstone, and Artifact. These are very pretty colors, but I will say they appear to have a black base. So if you don't like it when you kind of blend your, or if you are in the habit of blending your metallics out and they kind of go black around the edges, that's what these ones would do because they have, well, they look to have a black base. So yeah, not too badly priced, $15 US for the bundle or $6 each. That tealy blue color looks very pretty. Not gonna lie, very pretty. Shroud Cosmetics used to be Strobe Cosmetics, I think. Is that it? Yeah, Strobe Cosmetics. They changed their name. All these indie brands changing their name, I don't know whether it does them any good. I understand why they changed their name, but it's annoying for the consumer. LA Splash have come out with some Christmas-inspired liquid lipsticks. So these come in a trio. These colors look quite nice, actually. They are metallic and have some glitter in them, though. So, yeah. The swatches look very photoshopped, don't they? Very photoshopped. The next one is something that I also was quite excited about. This is a collaboration between BH Cosmetics and I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's La Vie Dune Prince or Dun Prince. This is Jose. He is a Latino YouTuber and Instagrammer. This boy can do some mad cut creases. I have never heard of him before, but when I was looking at his Instagram page, I was like, man, this guy can do some serious makeup. He has some awesome looks on his Instagram. If you are interested in checking his page out, go check it out. But this palette is actually really, really pretty. I think it's really well done. It's like half neutral, half colorful. It looks that all the colors are matte. Actually, it looks like there might only be almost just one shimmer in there. Let me go back and see if I can actually find the details. So this is launching on the 11th of December, which is this week coming. I'm just trying to find the details of the actual eyeshadows in the palette. I can't find any details, but it does look like all the bright ones are matte. So we have like a rainbow of colors, and then the nudes, it looks that there is only one shimmer. So a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a 12 pen eyeshadow palette with one shimmer basically. The packaging is super cute. I don't know if this is, so it's got to be on the BH Cosmetics website, which do ship internationally. I'm not quite sure how much it's going to be at this stage, but I would imagine being BH Cosmetics, it'll be pretty reasonably priced. I don't know if I'm going to buy it though. It looks really beautiful, but at this time of the year, I don't think I need to buy any more eyeshadow palettes to try. It is very beautiful though. I might wait and see what the price is like, because I haven't really tried anything from BH Cosmetics. Nothing's really grabbed my attention, but I do like this. So maybe I might wait and see if I can find the price. And then depending on that in Australian dollars, I might try it. KKW Fragrance have launched their Christmas exclusive fragrance. So this is going to be exclusive to Ulta, and it is the Crystal Pear and Peony fragrance. I don't know how this would smell. I really, really love peonies, so I think that this would be one that I would enjoy, but I don't think we have access to KKW fragrances in Australia, so I couldn't even buy it if I wanted to, and it is Ulta exclusive as well, so can't get my hands on it anyway. L'Oreal have released their holiday collection. This is the Electric Nights makeup collection. I have a feeling that I've already spoken about this, but I can't say for certain whether it was this particular collection or if it was something else, and this is like their new packaging design. Their new packaging for this collection particularly, it looks quite classy. It looks quite high-end and classy. So I'm not mad about that. I think that the palette looks very pretty. There are also tell me more about the collection. Looks to be lip products and an eyeliner of some sorts and a body glow. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I hate it when brands don't give information about their products. The packaging looks to be like one of those encapsulated glitter packets that float around, similar to, I think Ciate's done a few palettes like that before. So that's, I mean, it's plastic, I will say that, but it is pretty packaging. Then we have some Rouge Signature toppers. I don't know what they are. There's not much information about this collection. Cover your lips in a high impact topper. So it must be like a glitter lip topper. And then tell me about the eyeliners. I want to know about the eyeliners. I don't care about everything else. Yeah, there's not much information about this collection. I wish brands would be more open about the information that they are releasing. The Kesha Rose palette, I kind of bagged this out quite a lot last week. Kind of for good reason, because I don't know. I still think it looks a little bit tacky, but I at least have swatches now. So the palette is a, let me show you. The palette's like a circle palette and it has a tassel on it. Yep, that's a thing. That's what the palette looks like. The swatches, I mean, the swatches aren't bad. I'm not going to lie. The swatches aren't bad. I think that's cool. There's a lipstick and a gloss duo. It's a red lipstick. And then we have double-ended liners. Yeah, we have double-ended liners here. So there's a, is it gold or yellow? I think it's dual-ended liquid liners. It doesn't really say what the colors are. Looks to be a like yellowy gold, an orange, a navy blue, and a black. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Everyone's still confused about the whole collaboration, or if it is a collaboration. It's supposed to be with this, the whole thing with Hip Dot, but then it's Kesha's brand. There hasn't really been enough information come out about the whole scenario, because it does say Kesha Rose Beauty by Hip Dot, but then Kesha is saying it's her brand. I don't know what's going on with this whole thing, because it's very confusing. Hip Dot's related in some way, Kesha's related in some way, but no one's actually said whether it's Kesha's brand or whether it's a collaboration, whether it's going to be an ongoing thing, whether it's just a collection. I don't know. And did anyone see Kesha's video with James Charles? Yeah, did anyone see Kesha's video with James Charles? It was a bit, I don't know, a bit cringy. And me being like a makeup artist, I was like sitting there the whole time being like, what about the hygiene? It was a bit cringy. And I don't know, it just seemed like Kesha didn't really know all that much about makeup. The way she was talking about makeup and the way she was saying at the end about how she's still learning and all this stuff, I was like, so is this just for money, or I don't know, like it seems like another celebrity that's jumped on the bandwagon and is like, there's money in makeup, I'm going to try and get some of that. I don't know. We'll see where this brand goes. We'll see what happens with the brand. I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. I've heard good things about the Hip Dot formula. I know Alex from One Beauty Addict, she says that the formula is really good. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on between this Kesha Rose Beauty brand and Hip Dot. It hasn't really been discussed or disclosed all that well. Next, we have something from Tarte. This is weird. This is very weird. I saw this and I was like, what? What are you doing? So the Shape Tape range is expanding with the Shape Tape Glow Wand, which is a liquid highlighter. So is that what? But this is the most cringiest thing I've seen all week, and I'm not surprised that it's from Tarte. This comes with a has a double-ended applicator. It has a removable sponge in the end of the packaging. What the hell? I don't get this. Tarte, what the hell are you doing? This is like one of those little finger sponges. This reminds me of the new brush that Ciate have come out with, where it like stacks on top of each other. The packaging on the bottom of this base, because it does have like a plastic cap and it's clear, man, that's going to get so gunky and gross so quickly. Oh, I can't even imagine how gross it would get. Similar to how your Maybelline Age Rewind, Instant Age Rewind concealer with the sponge, it gets everywhere and gets really gross and janky and manky. The same thing would happen with this. I don't like this idea. I think it's the stupidest thing I've seen this week. And I'm not surprised it's from Tarte. Amy says, no, I can't stand watching. I'm the same as you, but I did see the video with him and Kesha, and I was interested to watch it just to see if she gave more information about what was the go or anything like that. So yeah, I was watching it more for information. I was watching it more for like information about what the go is with the brand and the whole Hip Dot Kesha Rose thing. But from memory, I wasn't really watching it all that well. But from memory, there wasn't really any information about it. Next is the NYX High Glass Collection. So this is supposed to be inspired by K-Beauty. It is a prime, set, and illuminate range. So we have some finishing powders, some illuminating powders, a face primer, a finishing powder brush, an illuminating powder brush, and a face primer brush. Some of these brushes look very interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I like the handles on these brushes. This one at the back, though, has like little balls on it. I don't know what's going on there. I would imagine that would probably be for the primer. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird. I don't really like having overly glowy skin because my skin is super oily. So adding any extra glow just makes me look like a massive grease ball by the end of the day. So I'm probably going to pass on all that. Wayne Goss has finally announced his holiday brush. This is releasing on the 12th of December. So he releases like a special limited edition designed holiday brush every year. And I just need to say she's thick. Like, she's a fat one. This brush is huge. It is huge. So it is like a giant fan brush, and the thickness of the fatness of the brush is huge. It's huge. This, he says, is designed for highlighting, bronzing, contouring. I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm not really the biggest fan of fan brushes, but I've never really tried a fan brush that's this thick. So maybe. And I do like the white handle. I know he traditionally has black handles, but the white handle, I think it's really nice and classy. Probably going to get dirty, but all my makeup brush handles get dirty. So I want it. I want to try it, but Wayne Goss's brushes are very expensive. Very, very expensive. But I will say they are handcrafted in Japan, so the price it's very on par with handmade Japanese brushes. Very on par. What else have we got? Spoken about that. I've spoken about that. Oh, that's a better photo. I just found a better photo of that BH palette, and it actually looks like there are 2 shimmers in it, not just one. Yeah. Oh, look, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics highlighters are in Morphe. So if you want to swatch before you buy, I guess that's cool. You can actually go in store in America and swatch them before you buy them, which, based on past experience, well, not personal experience, but based on what's happened in the past, I think it's cool that you can actually swatch them in person instead of buying them. Clinique are releasing a highlighter in celebration of the Lunar New Year, and it is going to be, I think it's the year of the mouse next year. Yeah, it's a highlighter. It has a really cute imprint on the pan. It's just like shimmery gold. So nothing special about it, but the packaging is pretty cute. The imprint on the pan is very cute. Ooh, this is something that I wanted to talk about. So Urban Decay are coming out with a face primer. This is going to be the all-nighter face primer. I'm very interested in this. I really enjoy the all-nighter setting spray. So I will be very interested to see what this little guy is like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. It's called the Longwear Foundation Grip. So I don't know. It might be very, very tacky. But I'm keen to try it. I'm very keen to try it and see what it's like. I do like like I said, I do like the setting spray, so interested. Becca also have a highlighter. This is in celebration of the Lunar New Year. I don't know what Normally they don't release new colors. Normally they just repackage and put a new pan imprint on it. There are also going to be some concealers from Becca as well. Becca's traditionally really good if you have dry skin, so the concealer will probably be a hydrating concealer, so probably good if you have dry skin. But the imprint, once again, on this pan is very cute, but I would imagine that it would just be a repackaged highlighter with an imprint on it. I can't see what the color is of the highlighter, like the name of the highlighter. What else have we got? Huda Beauty is coming out with some more of her double-ended eyeshadows, the eyeshadow creams in the tubes with the doe foot applicators. Yep. It's a thing. Too Faced are coming out with some more lip injections. These are the extreme lip injections. No, definitely not. No, those things burn your lips like a mofo. I don't like the feeling of the traditional formula, so I'd imagine that the extreme ones would be like rubbing a chili on your lips. No, not interested. There is like a lot coming out, isn't there? As per usual. Ooh. Back to Star Wars. These are actually the swatches of the eyeshadow palettes. They look really nice. The smaller palettes, actually, I think all of the palettes are all shimmer palettes. So if you buy every single one, you're going to end up with like 20 shimmer shades and no mattes. I don't know. Yeah, they're very pretty. Okay, I really need to stop talking about that. This thing is very confusing for my brain. I have no idea what this is. This is a new product from Physicians Formula. This is the All Day Set and Glow. So it's like a balm that smells like roses and then a powder. So I don't understand what this is. I think that this balm is very similar to, I think it's Mally that has that balm gel setting cream product. And I know Ray Morris has one as well. It's like a silicone balm that you basically pat over your face. There's an image here. Yeah. But the packaging is very strange. I don't know what's going on here. And then there's a rose imprint. Yeah, this to me is very weird. Very weird. They look like highlighters. I personally would not dust that all over my face. But if you like highlighter all over your face, I guess you can do it. But I'm not about that life. I think that's it for mainstream releases, but there were a few indie releases that I just wanted to chat about real quick. The first being this beautiful baby right here. This is a sneak peek of one of the new colors coming to the Cleona Cosmetics Stained Glass collection. And this is like a reddy, yellowy gold, green, pinky shift. It is very pretty, this color. Very, very pretty. Quite a unique color, I think, as well when it comes to multi-chromes. So I like it. I like it a lot. The multi-chromes, the stained glass collection from Cleona, are quite pricey. You're looking at like 20, I think it's 25 or 26 Canadian dollars each. So they are very pricey, but they are very beautiful. And they do have obviously a number of different pigments going into it because it is multi-chrome. So the price is kind of justified because of the amount of time and effort that goes into them. And what was that other one? There's another indie one that I wanted to talk about. Alien Cosmetics have a new palette, and this is the Moody palette. This is like a green, purple, blue palette. The swatches look really nice. I've never heard of Alien Cosmetics before, but I kind of already have these colors. So, yeah. The swatches do look quite nice, though. I like the very simple packaging as well. Sometimes the packaging, when it's simple, it's more enjoyable. Let me see if there is anything else. I thought there was. Oh, yes. Kristen Lee has come out with some new pigments, and they are all green. So if you like green, get over to Kristen Lee Cosmetics and check these guys out. Some of these colors are beautiful. Very beautiful. They're all shimmers. That color Bitter, which is like the very bright lime green. Oh, that is pretty. I have nearly bought from Kristen Lee so many times. But I think their shipping is what has always stopped me. Plus the fact that they always have really good sales. So if you want something from Kristen Lee, I would highly recommend waiting for a sale because they always have really good sales. I think that's about it. Let me just make sure that I have everything and I've spoken about everything. I don't think that there wasn't really all that much released this week. In terms of other weeks, there wasn't that much. Just make sure I've got everything. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's 100% it. Yeah, so I think that's it, unless you guys have anything else that you want to talk about or any releases that you want to talk about, any questions or anything like that. Otherwise, I will go and try and not go back to bed. I am exhausted, but I have so much stuff to do today and this week, so I really need to get my butt into gear. So I hope you guys have a amazing, fantastic week and that you are enjoying the last few weeks of the year and you're looking after yourself and staying kind to yourself. The greens from Kristen Lee are beautiful. I think they are, I can't quite remember whether they're loose or pressed though. I think she does both. I think she does loose and pressed. Yeah, so I'm going to jump off and go finish everything that I need to do before I go back to work tomorrow. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you live next Sunday, same place, probably a different time. I can't stick to a schedule when it comes to Sundays. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, I'll see you all later. I appreciate you and I will see you then. Bye.